On this video, we're going to talk about how to visualize. Visualizing not what you don't want, but visualizing what you do want to show up in your life. And how to do that. How do you visualize? And if you've got something called aphantasia, which means it's really challenging to find and picture images in your mind to different degrees, then how do you do it then? And there are ways to do that as well. So you'll find out more about that at the end. First of all, I'm Lucy and I'm a peak performance coach and speaker. So visualization is something that is really powerful. However, it has to be done with other things in place. Just thinking about what you want and then going on your way and thinking, oh yes, that's going to help me to get it, is not a powerful way to do it. So there are different levels of visualization and different elements to add into that visualization. So one of the very first things to start out is to know where you want to be. So what are your goals? Think of some really big goals that you have and how you're going to get there and how you're going to achieve those goals and in what amount of time you feel like it's going to be reasonable for you to achieve those goals. So there's a whole other video on goal setting. If you want to go across to that before you do this video, that might be really helpful, or after you've done this video to fill in the gaps. Once you know where you want to be, that's when you can start to visualize. And the very first thing I would say is it's easier to visualize with your eyes closed because then you haven't got all of the other stuff around you taking your attention. So you can really focus down and dig deep on these questions that I'm now going to ask you, that you'll be asking yourself when you go in to do the work of visualizing. So the very first one is, what do I really want in my life? So you've chosen that goal and where you want to be. Once I've achieved those goals, where are they taking me? What does it look like once I've achieved those goals? What have I gained? Have I gained more time? Have I gained a more luxurious surroundings? Have I gained better relationships? What are those things? And then start to picture those things in your mind with your eyes closed. Picture them in your mind. It's like a movie screen that you have in your mind. Sometimes it's just a feeling about those things, and some people can really literally see them on that screen in their mind. So again, it's different levels, even for someone who is somebody who can visualize and who can imagine that in their mind, because that visualization is the knowledge that you have, so the wisdom that you have, along with picturing things in your mind, along with some other things. And so you're picturing your future self. Where are you? What's the weather like? What are your surroundings now? Who are the people that you're seeing? What are they saying to you? How are you showing up? What's your physiology? What reactions are you having to what people say to you? And what specific things are they talking about when they talk about you or when they talk to you? So this is building up a complete picture, and see as much of that as you can in your mind, and take time. You might want to pause the video and actually do that, or write this down and then do it afterwards. The next thing that you want to do is to go even deeper. So it's like, are there smells that you can smell? Are there tastes that you can taste? And then go another level deeper. And what are the emotions that you're feeling? And this is absolutely key to getting to that vision faster and more effectively. How are you feeling when you've reached those goals? How are you feeling when you're at that place? How are you feeling when you've achieved all of those things that you want to achieve? You're earning the money, you're living in the new place, you've got this new relationship, and it feels like what? What does it feel like? And muster up those emotions inside you as much as you can. This is going to make such a big difference. Even if you just do this for a couple of minutes a day, every single day, and just feel it. Feel into it. Lift yourself up to that. And then if you can step into the world with that feeling and take that forward into your day, that's even better. It's great to have that great feeling at the beginning of the day, but you might want to do it in the middle of the day and even at the end of your day, and just get back into that feeling place, because the universe, the energy, the higher power, whatever you call it, is going to draw that to you so much faster. Remember this thing as well. Vision is not what you look at. It's what you choose to see. So if you're looking at yourself in the mirror and your vision is of somebody who has achieved and they're doing really well and they're standing there on their speech platform, if that's what you wanted to become, a speaker, or they're standing there and they're giving a speech to perhaps their organization, to their team, then this is something that will draw it to you so much faster. And those things will happen because we are what we think about, and our thoughts become things. So those thoughts and those high vibrational energy thoughts are there every single day, and maybe even 2 or 3 times a day. That's going to draw it to you so much faster. How do I know this? Because it is happening. Because these things are happening, and they have happened in the past. Now, it's the same with the opposite way round. If you're thinking of the depressing things and the things that aren't going well, and you're feeling really sick and tired, guess what? You're going to get more of that, and you're going to keep feeling like that. And that is not a good place to be. So these are all the ways that you can do it when you can visualize. However, I spoke about aphantasia, and aphantasia is something that where people cannot visualize, they can't see something in their mind's eye, they don't have that to grasp hold of. And it can be so frustrating for someone with aphantasia to go, but I can't see it. You're telling me to visualize? I can't visualize. I can't see that. This does not mean that you can't have a vision, because there are different ways to get there. This is just one of the ways. So with aphantasia, what you can do is write down your vision. Write it down with pen and paper, literally in your journal, just on a piece of paper, in a specific place that's going to be your vision book. And you can also have things up on a vision board, and you can look at those things. So if you're visualizing a house, but you can't visualize it because you've got aphantasia, put a type of house that you want onto your vision boards. That's the type of house I want. That's the type of place I want to live. If you're wanting to move to Switzerland, or you're wanting to move to Spain, or you're wanting to move to New Zealand, put a picture of that country, that place. If you wanted to move near the sea, put a picture, a beautiful picture of the sea and the beach and someone running along the beach on your vision board. And then when you look at it, how do you feel? So this would be with your eyes open, right? And then other things that you can do is talk about the way you want to feel. So you can speak to others, when I get this, this is how I'm going to feel. This is how it's going to be. And be around people that will lift you, right? So be around the positive people, not the ones that are going to say, oh, that's a load of rubbish. You're not going to make that. You're not going to make that happen. Those kinds of people spend less time with, which can be very tricky if you live with somebody like that. But perhaps don't talk about those things to that person. Just speak about them to people who are going to support you, that understand you, and are going to be going, yes, go for it. You can do this. You totally got the talent. You totally got the skills. I'm here to support you. How can I support you? And they're going to be cheerleaders, and they're cheering you on through that journey to your vision. And finally, another way to do this, and another way to add in and level this up to make it even more powerful, is when you're thinking about your visions, when you're thinking about where you want to get to, play some music that is also uplifting for you, that takes you to that place. So if you're wanting to go to India, play some Indian music. If you're wanting to reach somewhere and that music evokes that feeling in you, then play that kind of music. And the really effective thing to do is to speak out your thoughts and record them, record your thoughts, and then listen to them, perhaps on your way to work or on your way back from work, so that you keep on hearing yourself, or reprogramming your own mind with your own voice, because you don't want to say it out loud because you're on a train or on a bus and you can't be saying it out loud to be hearing it, but you can just press a button on your phone to hear yourself back again. So vision boards and journaling, how to visualize when you can't visualize and you can still make that vision come true, is the way forward, is the way forward to reach your goals. There will be another video coming up on screen, so do hop over there. If you found this helpful, you might want to give it a thumbs up or just put a message if this has been helpful, or you've got some other help and advice that you want to give to other listeners that want to read in the comments. There will be a description about this in the description box below, and a way that you can get in touch with me if you find it really hard and you want to be able to move forward in your business and really work towards that vision in even more detail and more depth. So I look forward to seeing you over on the next video. Take care. Bye for now.